Hi, and thanks for watching. I'm Craig Fry, the owner of PinProsPlus, and today I'm talking about enamel pins. If you've watched any of the other videos, we've talked about specific types of pins. Enamel pins is more of a category, but I think it's important because enamel pins has become kind of the term in the pin world. That's what people understand and know. There are two types of pins, as I've said in other videos. There's enamel pins and there's printed pins. But then there's subsets of each one of those. So there's hard enamel and there's soft enamel. There's die-cast hard enamel, die-cast soft enamel. There's die-struck hard enamel, die-struck soft enamel. They're all enamel pins. That's all that you really need to understand. They're all good pins. They're all good quality. I never hesitate recommending any of those things. And then there's printed pins, which is another discussion. So I've just put two out here, not to confuse the situation, but there's really hard enamel and soft enamel. The first thing that people often get confused about is, well, is hard hard and is soft soft? I don't want a soft pin. It has nothing to do, enamel has nothing to do with hard or whether the pin is hard or soft. It has everything to do with how the pin is treated. On soft enamel, so this is a soft enamel pin, and we learned when we learned about soft enamel that it has texture. The metal is raised, the enamel is recessed, and so you feel that raised texture on the pin. That is soft enamel. And the reason that's created that way is because the enamel is put in the recessed areas, it's air dried, it settles just ever so slightly, leaving the lines or the ridges raised and the enamel settled. Hard enamel is the other type of enamel, and it has a smooth surface. It still has the metal lines, but the paint or the enamel is flush or smooth at the same level as the metal lines. So the way they achieve that is you put the enamel in the pin, you harden it with heat, and then you grind it off smooth so that all the levels are smooth. There's no recessed or raised level, it's all smooth. And so it's really the difference between hard and soft enamel is the texture. And if you look at those pins very closely, you can see that they look differently. One has texture, kind of a three-dimensional look. One is smooth. One is perceived higher quality, hard enamel. One is perceived just slightly lesser quality. But the reality is there is really no difference. They both are good quality pins that if treated the way pins are meant to be treated, they will last forever. That's the great thing about enamel pins is they never go out of style. They never go out of use. If you're using them for promotion or advertising, they never stop advertising. They're always there and they never wear out. So many other things wear out. Pins never wear out, and they've been around for hundreds of years, which indicates their staying power. Whether you need whether you need a pin for trading or for corporate purposes or for a club or for identification or for reward, enamel pins is the best choice to take. Photodome or printed pins have their place and purpose, but enamel pins is what everybody wants. They are fun. Those are full of life, full of color, and anybody loves to look at those. So hopefully you learned a little bit about enamel pins today. There's really only two types, hard enamel and soft enamel. Smooth, textured. That's the difference. You're a pin expert now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new today.